right, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
This is Jacob. I'm here with... Hey,
Good morning.
currently it's 1:18 a.m. It's morning.
Yeah, it is morning.
All right.
Technically.
I'm Jacob. We have here today, we have Peter, Ben, and Jonathan here for episode 3 of the Night Owls podcast.
Howdy.
What's up, baby?
All right, so...
Glad you could all make it tonight.
My name is Jonathan. Hi, Jonathan. This is the Night Owls.
What did we say about slurping?
Coffee's good. I got a slurp.
We're trying to make a conscious
So, speaking of this
I know
coffee...
you like slurping.
Anyway, speaking of this coffee, Ben, would you like to
Yeah.
let us in on what this is?
Let's do
Coffee review.
coffee.
Yeah, so
coffee review.
I recently discovered Bones Coffee Company online. And they do a lot of really cool flavors. This is their Highland Grog flavor. It's a butterscotch caramel, like coffee bean.
I can taste the butterscotch.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Don't shake your head.
Yeah, no.
I'm shaking my head. I think it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Are you doing ratings or what
Oh,
are we
yeah.
doing?
Doing the
Yeah,
5 stars.
One by one. Everyone go talk. You know, we'll do what we did
You
last
go
time.
first, dummy.
All right, so I'm going to go first. I'm going to take another sip of this because it's actually pretty good.
Kieran likes it because it's real sweet and doesn't taste as much like real coffee.
Yeah, it doesn't taste.
Hey, anything sweet's good to me. So, other than that,
Yuck.
it's-
Right.
Watch what you say.
hold on. So,
Continue.
I really like the taste of it. Put a little bit of milk, a little bit of sugar in here. And overall, it's really good, actually.
God.
I'll give it a good 4 stars.
Why do you speak?
All right, Peter,
It's my
you're
turn.
up next. Come on.
All right. My first impression of it, I smelled the beans, the ground beans of it. It smelled. Once Ben told me what it was like a butterscotch caramel type thing. I was like, I smelled that exactly. And then
Exactly.
I can't really taste too much of the actual what you would say the defining coffee taste of coffee.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Slurp.
It's definitely not my cup of coffee, if you want to say it that way. It's
I guess you
definitely
could say it's not your
cup
cup of tea.
But that's
it's
why I say
coffee.
that's why I say it's not my cup of coffee. This is what I see this coffee as. I see this as a coffee that you get home from a long day, you'd be chilling by the
Yeah.
fire and you drink it. I feel like you drink this more as like hot cocoa, in my opinion,
Interesting.
because
I can
it's
see
got
that.
a very interesting flavor. I mean,
Oh,
it
yeah.
tastes great.
Like after dessert.
Yeah, like
Or
it's
with
a
dessert.
yeah.
With dessert would be really
This would go
good.
good with cooking.
I
yeah.
had like 3/4 of a pie that I could have brought tonight. God damn it.
So I
We
mean,
could have had pies and coffees.
as a coffee, I'd say it's like a 3, but you know, as like any other thing, other
Yeah.
than if you didn't
3
want to
out
call it, if you didn't want to name this a coffee, I'd say it's like a 4.
Yeah.
As like a nice drink to drink.
Yeah.
But it's cool.
I guess I'll go next. I actually really like it. I prefer my coffee. I'm definitely more of a kind of like a beer man type. I actually like my coffee kind of sweet, and I like the coffee taste that this has. So I think I'm definitely gonna go with 4 stars. It's really I'm actually not a big fan of caramel. But I
So you
can't
say it
caramel?
like that instead of caramel.
Yeah,
caramel,
like, hold on.
caramel, whatever.
There is no
Shut
whatever.
up.
There's a way.
Suck my wiener.
No, thank you.
Watch your language. Oh, wait, how do we feel about language? I forget.
I don't
fuck
give a
up.
fuck.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Military's coming for you now, you bitch.
But I'd say out of 5, I'd give it a 4. I think it's
Yeah.
pretty good. I like it. I'd recommend it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have to agree with Peter. There's not nearly as much like coffee taste. It's sweet. It's good. You don't have to add a ton of like sugar or creamer to make it sweet. It's got like a natural sweetness to it. But I don't think the like caramel butterscotchy taste is quite as strong as it needs to be
Yeah.
to make up for the lack of coffee. Like one of those has to be there
See,
to make up
personally,
for the other.
I kind of like that it's not as strong. I
Yeah.
think it's
Yeah.
a good mix.
It,
Between
it
kind
comes
of
down
coffee
to a personality, like a taste difference, you know, or
I'm
taste
sure,
preference
yeah.
for sure.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
Which is
I-
why
I
I was
couldn't-
giving my opinion.
Yeah, right?
I'm trying to have table talk here. God.
Yeah, no, table, like if we're talking about that, like I couldn't wake up and say, "Oh, I'm gonna make my cup of Joe" and call this my
Yeah.
cup of Joe. I
Well,
want
you
something
know what?
stronger for sure.
It actually does kind of remind me more of Keurig stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's a very like
Yeah, it's not quite as.
You know what? Now that I said, I actually, I am gonna go 3 stars. I'm gonna bring it down.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far. I'd go with like a 3.5.
I'll
It's
keep in mind a 4.
I would totally rock with this coffee at dessert, like with a pie. Totally cool.
That we could have had.
Yeah, I
mean,
mean, but like Peter, you're right. I wouldn't take this with me like to work in the morning. It's
No.
like
this is not something I
the
sip to wake
Pignon
up.
all the way
Yeah.
would be probably.
I drink coffee to wake up, and this isn't gonna wake me up,
Yeah.
in my opinion. It's gonna taste good. It tastes great, actually. I love
Yeah.
the taste, but like, it's not waking me up. So that's just it.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Well, on that note,
On that note, we have another multitude of topics we're going to be discussing today. We're going to probably start. Who wants to go first?
I say I'll go first. Get the boring.
Wait, didn't you go first last?
I don't fucking.
No,
You go
we're-
first every time.
Doesn't
Yeah.
matter. I get the politics out of the way so that people don't have to worry about it later.
Fine. God.
Yeah.
We can talk about the fun stuff and enjoy it and run over time later.
Yeah.
Get this over with.
Yeah. Let's get this out.
All right. So to kick this off, first of all, Happy Pride Month, everybody.
Happy
Happy
Pride Month.
Pride.
Happy Pride Month.
Month.
Cheers to that.
Sip
Clank
strong.
it up.
Big
Clank.
Oh, we
clinks.
forgot the clank, boys. Clank.
Wow,
clank.
and the mic just went red.
The mic is dead.
Oh,
Headphone
God.
users beware, but it's fine. Your ears are fucked anyways.
Oh my god. Did
Imagine.
we break the microphone?
No, we didn't.
No,
break
we
it's
did not
okay.
break it.
We're fine.
I'll fix it in post. It's fine.
Yeah, is it though?
The clank, no.
We'll fix it in
the
post.
Clank, the clank last episode, I fixed it in post. It was good.
All right. Anyways, so I'm talking about the monetization and the capitalist nature of taking something proud like a month of remembrance and honor and just importance of this Pride Month and just trying to make money out of it. You've got all these brands saying we stand with you, we have this, we do that. Nickelodeon were like Happy Pride Month, and they had the SpongeBob thing with the rainbows, all that jazz. It's
SpongeBob, me boy, me Bob.
it's just
Sponge Boy
I
Reba.
overdosed on ketamine.
yeah. It's like
Okay.
as a member of the community, it gets on my nerves.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I think before we get into this topic, we should make clear probably where each of us stand on. Do you think we should go into our sexualities?
I don't think
I just came out. I just said I was a part of the community. I'm not going to
Yeah.
go any further. That's
Yeah,
my
yeah.
business.
I mean-
it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I don't feel like I have a need to say where I am.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's also I feel.
I will say I'm the only one in the community
Yeah.
out of the four of us.
Out of the 4 of us, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
just
I
to
guess-
give
I think that's all we need.
whether
to
we're
say.
on the outside looking in or first-hand experience. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I think that's an important
Yeah.
clarification.
Yeah.
Sure.
It changes your perspective. And
Yeah,
it definitely
yeah, most
changes how you
definitely.
deal with it.
Yeah.
But anyways, more to the point, you have Xbox changing their logo, you have IBM changing their logo. It's just
Yeah.
IBM changed their logo.
This is on Twitter.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
and it's just you have to wonder how much they actually think about it in marketing and lobbying about how much does this actually help and how much does this hinder. I want to know the statistics. What do you think? Do you think do you think it has a positive impact? Do you think it has a negative impact?
Honestly, I think it's going to be positive.
Oh yeah, they did change.
You think positive?
Yeah. Because
Why so?
Progress. All right.
the reason
so IBM's bio on Twitter right now is progress begins with #Pride. Be proud and bring your full self to the workplace. Follow along to hear from #Proud IB members, IBMers all month long. Pride emoji.
But yeah, no, I honestly think it's a good thing. It's really promoting gay pride, which, of course, in the earlier years, I'm just gonna say early 2000s, even close to say around 2012, there wasn't as much gay pride really awareness as there was now, and it is really important to kind of bring that out. That hey, these people are here, and we kind of do need to respect them a little more because.
Yeah,
Well,
but at the same time, a lot of it's a shell. It's a way to sell things and be like, hey, look, we support you, buy our fucking thing.
Well, yeah.
Rather than just
I mean, that's
So
also what
You know, like
that's also what Nike did. Like,
It's a difference
About
between
a year
it's a
ago,
difference
right?
between so where I see it is
Yeah.
like you had the whole movement with schools having those posters that said this is a safe place
Yeah.
or safe space. My apologies, but that's actually an important part that helped the community because
Yeah.
those teachers were trained to help with students that are questioning or whatever. I was part of the GSA, the Gay Straight Alliance, for a couple years in high school, and it was a very interesting place to be. Not interesting bad, but like just it was interesting to see community members come through and talk about their stories, talk about what they're going through, their hardships. There's a sense of community for sure with anyone that is queer and questioning. That you have to you're there for them. If you're in the process of figuring out what you feel or you're questioning what you're feeling or what you're feeling and you just have to be open with other people. It's nice to know that, say, if you have a business that doesn't allow like gay people to come in, you got. It's nice to know when that happens. I guess that's one way you could look at these companies fully showing their support. That's one positive, but I definitely think it's under a mask of this is. This is a thing that we are jumping on. This is a bandwagon. that
Yeah, I
we're
mean,
jumping
look
on.
back like before marriage was legal. No one was doing that.
Mm-mm.
It was super rare to see that sort of thing.
Yeah,
Nobody
it was
was-
actually it was more powerful back then.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Now it's more of just like another year of
Right, it's
these people
Pride
selling
Month,
out.
Bring out the new profile picture and
Bring out the flags, bring out this, bring out the other.
yeah. But I will say, I do think it has some positive effects. Definitely, I love seeing these companies like clap back at the homophobes. Axe did it. Fucking Smash Mouth did
Smash
it.
Mouth the band.
Oh, yeah.
Smash Mouth.
See,
Well, that was due to the Straight Pride Parade
Yeah.
in Boston, which that's a whole nother thing
Um,
I have to talk about later.
Well,
But
yeah, let's get into that in a minute.
Yeah. So I was actually gonna say, I do think it's, I think it's all a marketing ploy. I have no doubt that that's exactly what it is. But I also don't think that that necessarily means the companies don't believe necessarily. Like they could still. It could still be a marketing scheme while they still are accepting of all sexualities. I think that's probably not always the case because I know Nickelodeon has changed their logo on Twitter, and I know they have had a history of censoring gayness, like in a
Legend of Korra.
Legend of Korra,
Everyone's asking for Squidward to have a gay character arc, which it's hard when you have an old. We can call it old. It's 20 years old. It's a 20-year-old TV show now.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's hard changing
Unbelievable.
something like that. It's hard to put in new
Switching
ideas.
up the new status quo.
Well,
Exactly.
that's
It's
that's
not always easy, and it doesn't-
Nickelodeon's fault. I'm just saying, like,
I understand, but you have someone's got to be the first to make a push, and someone's got to be the first to
Yeah.
show that they are actually on board with it.
do
Yeah.
characters have arcs in SpongeBob though?
Not really.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
SpongeBob.
It's kind of like how Adventure Time worked until like season 6. But anyways,
it's a touchy line. They've done it, and I mean, I'm a big comic book guy. They do it in comics every now and then.
Oh, yeah.
The biggest thing in
especially
memory is
the
like
comics that I read. A
yeah.
lot
I
of
mean,
independent comics.
they did it with Iceman recently. They did it with Alan Scott Green Lantern, where they change the character up and make them gay, and people be up in arms about that shit. It's like they don't want the status quo to be changed. They want their comfort and what they know, and they don't want to change that.
And the problem is that life just isn't that way.
It
There's
isn't.
too many people in the world
Yeah.
for them all to be the same.
But
Dude, what
at
I
the same-
feel like happens sometimes is people don't want creators to change their characters
Yeah.
to their sexuality because they don't want an importance put on sexuality, and I can kind of agree with that. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like sexuality shouldn't necessarily be
The defining factor.
it shouldn't be the biggest character trait of a character. Now, if you want a character to be gay, like,
I mean,
it doesn't, like, who cares, right?
It all depends on the way you go about it. It's really touchy, really hard to do it. Cartoon Network did it well with Steven Universe. I have a cousin that watched that and really enjoyed it, and there was one of the gems, one of the characters in there was gay, and they did it very well. They did it tastefully.
Yeah.
They did it. It's their business, it's their life, and
There was this
everyone
one thing-
accepted them.
And I know it wasn't a big part, but in Avengers Endgame, there was the part where they were all in the group session with Captain America.
Yeah.
And there was the one character who said
right.
he was going on a date and it was with another guy. Like
Oh,
that,
yeah,
that,
yeah.
I thought that was done really
That was
well.
the most tasteful thing like I've seen that in the movie. Like, because the way they did it
It
was
was just this. It's been 10 years, and you're gonna give us that tiny little thing. I don't know.
Hmm.
There are plenty of gay Marvel characters they could have pulled from just to like make
Captain
a
Marvel.
side. Yeah, just to make like a side character, give like a 2-second blurb of like.
People
oh,
were
yeah,
upset that
gay.
Captain Marvel had a very obviously, and this is not to classify this type of haircut as a type of haircut, but it is a common
Right.
butch haircut. The haircut that she had in Endgame is a common butch haircut.
She also had that haircut in the comics.
Exactly.
No, yeah, definitely.
yeah.
And that is telling, and that was their slight ploy to show that hey, she isn't like her sexuality is different.
I'm
Yeah.
sure, like, it wouldn't surprise me if they find out that she's gay in the future.
She
but-
is.
Oh,
She is.
Like,
I'm
actually,
Have they
pretty sure.
confirmed that?
No,
I
they
don't
haven't,
think-
but I'm pretty sure she is.
but like,
Just the way
see, I don't.
her character went.
I don't want them to change characters' sexuality just to change their sexuality. You know.
Right, just to satisfy and be inclusive.
Just right. To fill, like, it pisses me off when companies do it to just fill quotas and like for marketing
I mean,
ploys.
I don't know. I'm like I said, getting back to like my comic book sort of stuff. Comic books have been going on forever. Batman just did like 80 years. If they want to switch some things up to tell some more interesting stories, sometimes like there's
Yeah,
a lot of stuff
course.
is played out and just like done. You know,
Especially with comic books, you have the
Yeah.
writers to do it. You have the writers that make it believable and
yeah,
make it right.
Yeah, I mean, I think they did Alan Scott Green Lantern really tastefully. I can't speak too much on Iceman because I'm not a big X-Men Marvel guy, but like, you know, no one gives a shit about Alan Scott Green Lantern prior to all of this. I shouldn't say nobody, but he's got a
The majority.
small cult following.
You know, I'm sure. I've always said that this can apply for writers and just creators in general. I've always said that a good director can make any movie work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think if there was a good enough writer, and I'm sure there is, I'm sure there are tons of great writers out there, and I'm sure any one of them could write a great story with a gay superhero.
Yeah.
Because, you know, gay people go through different struggles than straight people
Yeah.
do. They have different perspectives and worldviews, and I think that if we just see something through one lens, it kind of like how social media is like an echo chamber almost. Like you always see what you want to see.
Yeah.
I feel like if we always view each character in like comic books through one lens, we're only going to see the one thing. And if we see it through multiple lenses, like a queer character,
Yeah.
then
Definitely shakes it up.
It can introduce new, I don't know. They can introduce new things that could be.
It's a whole new level of interaction and experiences between people, characters. You know, I can say that from experience. You know,
I
Whereas it's very different.
And not only like that, but you know, characters can have a multitude of different things. Like it doesn't have to be gay for it to be a different perspective. But I think that would definitely.
You can have someone questioning, and that changes everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be the internal conflict is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all great story material, man.
It could work.
If you want to talk about a movie that was very serious about queer and questioning people, and the story of coming out, Love, Simon. I don't know if any of y'all saw that, but that movie.
I've heard
Oh
about it.
yeah.
I saw that movie on the plane one time, or I don't know where I was flying to, but I watched it on the plane. Oh, I bawled my eyes out because it was pretty close to the exact story about how my coming out was. You know, I wasn't able to do it on my own terms. Someone did it for me before I was.
Ferris wheel.
Huh?
Was there a Ferris wheel?
No, there wasn't a Ferris wheel. No, there was not a Ferris wheel. Sadly, that would have been nice, but it's okay. There's no Ferris wheels around here.
Damn it.
Damn.
You gotta
Damn.
drive like 3 hours just to find one.
But anyways,
A Ferris wheel.
the way
Hershey's an hour and a half.
Is it?
you're getting off topic.
I thought it was like 2-3 hours away.
This is my.
That's crazy.
You better shut up. Look, the point being is what?
I left my Twizzlers in PJ's car.
Oopsie.
Yeah.
Anywho,
Can't believe it.
anywho,
Cut
you
it
know,
in post.
that was a type of situation and storytelling, talking about how directors can make a movie great or terrible.
Mm-hmm.
The way they directed it, the way they showed that story was probably the best I've ever seen anyone ever do. Because I've seen movies that follow the same format that are just like, yeah, this kid got outed, this whatever. Like he's coming out, this, that, and the other. He's having trouble accepting himself or herself, But it did the most raw story and the most realistic, definitely.
I feel like earlier we, just brush past this, but you said that making a character gay, their sexuality shouldn't be important or whatever. But I don't think it does that. It puts too much emphasis on their sexuality, and you don't want that to be what the character becomes.
Mm-hmm.
But anytime we have a heterosexual character come on, if a guy wakes up in bed and he's with a girl, we don't watch the story and go, oh, it's all about his heterosexuality, this fucking guy.
Yeah.
So I don't think just having a character be
So who are you directing this to, me or Peter?
In
the
general.
group
Okay.
as a whole.
Yeah, I agree. I think if a guy or a girl woke up next to another guy or a girl in a comic, I don't think that's really making the character his sexuality.
Outside of that media too, TV show, movie.
Right, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think I just lost my train of thought. I think it's weird because I feel like I've said something that contradicts me. I've said I don't want the character to be their sexuality, but also I think their sexuality can add to their character. It's a fine line that you gotta balance.
I think the problem right now is that it's still something that's kind of new that we're seeing and become popular in media, and prior to this, if you did see it, it was in a story that was more than likely about that specifically.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't just a casual thing you brought up.
No.
So I think that's where a lot of the
And
disconnect.
I think it also. I think
happened.
people are also getting that kind of nervous, they don't want it to be their sexuality because the companies that are changing their logos to gay pride stuff on Twitter, they're only doing it probably for the most part for money and as marketing stuff.
Yeah.
I think that's what people are afraid of.
Yeah.
And I think that's distasteful.
What I have a problem with is people that, whenever you're something that isn't the majority, people treat you differently. People tread lightly on that, I had a situation where someone was just like, oh, is that okay if I say that to you? And I'm like, I'm a human being. You can say whatever you need to say to me. I think the problem with it is that people walk too lightly around the subject. In my opinion, this is not in general, but I think in my opinion, when people, I'm very open about my own personality, my sexuality, and I'm proud of who I am and I'm proud of how I got here. But it's and I don't like it when people go like, oh, so you're gay, and I'm like, is that a problem? It's and then they switch up, and then what they say is like, have I said anything to offend you? And I'm like, I would tell you.
Yeah.
I don't like it when people change their way, the way they talk around, because I feel like that's how businesses are going to be doing it. They're changing the way they're censoring themselves so that they make sure that the entire LGBT community is happy. It's not. Yeah, that's a smart idea marketing wise, but at the end of the day, the LGBT community just wants to be heard and listened to.
Yeah.
And that's any minority, and that's any community in general. African American community, Hispanic, Latino. you want to be heard and you want to be listened to and you want to be respected. You know? And I think it becomes a problem of pandering.
Yeah.
Definitely. Because it's almost like, oh, they need to be included too. Here, join me. I mean, we have the month, but it's like you don't need to be all like that.
So
Yeah.
let's talk about this straight pride parade.
Oh God! Don't get me
Alright.
started.
You
First
mean
of
the
all,
MAGA parade?
you can't have. You can't have a parade if you haven't been oppressed. I'm sorry. That's cut and dry. That's simple. I mean, the LGBT community had to fight for years. We had the whole HIV/AIDS epidemic in the 80s. And we're still fighting that. There's this race, and not a race, but it's like a bike for the cure kind of.
Yeah.
There's from San Francisco or San Diego or something to LA. It's like a really long bike ride, and they just do it, and it's been going for like 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
There's situations that make a minority oppressed, and a majority can't be oppressed.
Yeah.
Simply said, in my opinion.
No, I completely agree, and I don't know. I feel like these people have to be so closed off. They have to not truly understand what this is, because it's not like straight people don't go to this. It's not like straight people don't go and celebrate for this. It's you can be an ally. This pride isn't about, hey, I don't know.
This isn't. We don't have this month to boast it.
Yeah,
we have this month to be proud about it.
Yeah, and how far you've come, and the accomplishments in these past few years,
Exactly.
and all of the successes in the past prior. The people who've lost lives, the people who have, dedicated their lives to making things better. It's a community standing together, and you don't have to be gay to be a part of this community.
No.
And,
You can celebrate with them.
And the people that get upset about people that are straight allies or whoever allies, and say, you're not part of us or whatever. Those people
Bible thumpers.
those people are not for the benefit of the community. For the benefit of the community are people who want to support and foster a great health.
Speaking of Bible thumpers, I saw the shittiest thing on Twitter.
Uh-oh.
Dude, it was this guy talking about his support for the straight pride parade. And God, it was like the Twitter account was like something about owning the left or some bullshit. But this guy very nicely replied and was just like, hey, this is really what pride's about, this and this. And the guy was like, funny it's called pride, a sin, which homosexuality also is. And it's like, dude, you're such a douche. You gotta be so not self-aware, or just
See what it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's a lot to take in. It's a lot to take in.
You know what? I'm gonna go. My computer's running low, so I'm gonna go get my computer charger. Everyone keep talking.
Hurry,
All right.
Brad.
Bierman, why don't you bring up your little mini subject that you have?
Oh, the
Okay,
mini subject.
great.
About what?
I want to yell at you.
About what?
Yell at me.
Go ahead.
About what?
So,
Remember this?
me and Ben, we were in the car the other day. Where are we going? Oh, we were going to Best Buy because I was buying a bunch of BS.
It's a small time. We weren't going that far.
But still.
Let the man speak.
Either way,
Whatever.
so
No,
You barely
never.
spoke previously.
Never.
yeah. Well, either way, so we were going, and Ben and I eventually got on the topic of what recently happened on Twitter, where Iggy Azalea,
Oh my God.
some
this shit.
some unsavory photos happened, and I was like, you know what, this should totally be a topic, like a mini topic. And then I was trying to bet about it, and then we actually got into a debate on this.
Oh, we saved it for the
Oh,
podcast.
we're saving it for the podcast.
Go ahead and tell them your opinion on why you think this isn't so bad.
Why it isn't so bad?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. Well,
Was it, first of all, was it a leak or was it?
It was a leak.
It was a leak.
It was totally not planned.
Okay.
Yeah.
I apologize. I'm opening fruit snacks.
Move. All right, Jacob, come on.
All right, so
Go, Jacob,
There are a
grab
few
before I
things
get tired of you.
oh my god. So there were a few things that like I was told that like
Oops.
couldn't make it like as it seems. So the main thing is there have been actresses who've had nudes leaked before. Shit
Ariana
happens.
Grande, Kate Upton, or
Exactly. Like
All right.
all those
And-
people, you know what I mean.
those hardly have affected their careers, and if anything, there was talk. I'm not sure if this is completely fact checked or not. I've heard rumors about this that she was planning on signing for the porn industry.
Okay.
It gives right.
Yeah, possibly.
Jacob, get your foot off the mic, brother.
So the reason I said that it wasn't going to be as terrible was because of those specific reasons. It doesn't harm the actress as much as you would think, and also the fact that if she actually does become a porn star in the future, that's going to be all over the interwebs.
Now, let me get into why you are so wrong about this.
Oh,
I've
no.
been waiting so long.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
Jacob Bierman. Honey, sweetheart. You
point.
poor ignorant child.
I-
These
I-
photos were taken a while ago for a GQ magazine cover. It's like a powerful message that she felt, where multiple women in the past have been like covering themselves topless. It's like a risque sort of thing.
A lot
I
of I remember that it was like the Sports Illustrated. There was like types. What was it? The nude issue, but they were covering everything.
Yeah, I don't know if that probably received backlash or whatever. You know,
But, like,
and
that-
it's
that
a
whole-
proud sort of thing of your
The
body.
stigma with nudity is just so ridiculous
Yeah,
here.
right.
But anyways, go on.
But only very specific pictures got approved for the public eye.
Mhm.
Ones where she was covered.
Mm-hmm.
She was told every other photo was deleted.
Oh.
Oh,
And
someone.
a few years later, here come these photos that were supposed to be deleted. It's
Now, do they know?
she basically what happened is she put her trust into somebody, and she got fucked over.
Yeah.
The porn industry is very controlled. You get to pick what everyone sees with that. You don't get to. That wasn't like planned. Those weren't photos that she wanted released to the public.
Now,
it's-
was that the company
I thought she
themselves,
did.
or was that fished?
Huh?
Was that the company itself, or was it fished out of?
There's some like back and forth about who actually leaked it.
I feel like it'd be like a whistleblower kind of person.
Yeah.
Kind of just be like, oh, let me put those on send, and then left.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because that's what I feel
As
like.
far
that's-
as I know, right now we're not sure who actually like leaked it.
yeah, because that could make the entire difference of everything. Because if it was the company, then yeah, that's fucked. They shouldn't have.
It's
done it like
fucked
that.
either way. Like,
Well, yeah.
who else could? Who would have leaked it and it had not been fucked?
It gives right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it was her personal profile put in
Yeah.
there, I think it would have gotten a lot better feedback. And
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Like,
I'm not gonna
regardless-
say it broke the internet, but
No.
like
Hashtag broke the internet.
that was Kim Kardashian when that whole thing happened
Oh,
with the
yes.
paper magazine.
So stupid.
That
But,
was
like,
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Her ass is plastic.
It's just
taste.
Yeah, it's fucked. And just so you know, she's not signing with the porn industry. Sorry to let all you boys down.
What?
They were.
I don't care.
She
Yeah.
was like in talks with a record label, and like Bang Bros or someone tweeted at her like, "Oh, you're looking to sign with someone. Why don't you come sign with us?"
It was one of
And
those-
they got blocked very quickly.
Okay.
But
It was one of those
it's fucked
publicity
up.
things.
It's not something people should go be saving or doing whatever with, because
It's not for
That's
you.
embarrassing.
yeah,
not for you
right.
to
It's something that you took in private and now is there for everyone to see.
And
It's
there
like
forever.
coming home and a picture of your dick being put on your bedroom door, man. It's fucked up.
Yeah. No, I get that.
You know,
I don't know.
I'm sure you do get that.
you just don't want everyone
Yeah.
to see something you took in
Well,
private.
it's also just, with social media being so open nowadays, it's just, you just can't be too careful.
Yeah.
You both got
But no,
so-
other than that, no, I get what you're coming from with that, and with
Totally
that,
agree.
yeah, I can see that.
I totally
All right.
He's a changed boy.
You have proven me. You. No,
He
we're talking-
came into this podcast.
If we're gonna be
with
honest,
boy,
it's
now
Jacob
he
we're
came-
talking about there. You happy now? So let's just clear the air.
What?
No one. You're
What?
way past
What are you
that.
talking about?
Ignore me.
All right, we'll let you
All right,
guys piece
let's
that
get back
together.
into a real.
They can figure it
So are
out.
we still talking about the gay pride thing? Because I know that.
I think we're moving on to the next
Yeah.
topic now.
I'm full.
So
Just keep going.
next up, we have Mr. Jonathan here with your topic of the day, of the week.
Thank
Jay,
My
let me
name
see
is
yourself up.
Review Bro,
Already
and this
have.
is your review of the week. Okay, sorry.
I'm squeaking all
Yeah,
this chair.
so I actually didn't write anything this time because I've been busy. I've been a little entrepreneur boy, no big deal. Starting up businesses. No, not actually. I'm sure you know.
Calm down, Mr. Beast.
The art of the deal.
The art of the deal.
So last week I talked about the Pokemon Direct that was coming this week,
Mhm.
and on June 5th it arrived, and it was pretty great. How many did any of you guys see it?
I wasn't.
I was
able to.
following the Twitter updates.
Okay.
So I was like in the Twitter live the whole time rather than actually listening to
So
it.
did you watch it, Peter?
And I
was
watched
not.
the trailer.
I think I
Okay.
was working.
I didn't watch the direct though.
All right. So basically, the world is kind of like an open world, or the game is
Yes.
kind of like an open world game, and it looks great. They revealed a few new Pokemon. It looked pretty cool. They revealed the thing of the game, like the gimmick. Peter, you look so. Are you okay? You good?
Yeah, I'm just. Keep it going. I'm listening.
Anyway,
I apologize.
so the gimmick of this game is that you can make your Pokemon really fucking big, and it looks great. You can you get I don't know, the characters pull out this massive fucking Pokeball and raise it above their heads and then throw it, and then your Pokemon becomes fucking massive, and you have fights with massive Pokemon, and it looks really fun. I can't remember what it's
Godzilla, the
Oh
game.
fuck! I just had it.
it. There's a word for it. They made
Yeah.
up. But all your moves become special too.
Yeah.
But only last for three turns. I think they said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's that, and then they also revealed the legendaries for the game.
Oh.
They were both. They both started with Z. I cannot pronounce
Yeah.
it for my life.
Here it was I was about to say Zenyatta, but that's not right.
No, different game,
Days
buddy.
into the.
Oh boy.
I want to say I'm typically not huge on gimmicks. I liked Mega Evolution. I did
Yeah.
not like the Z moves or whatever.
Me neither.
I definitely would not have been hyped for this had I not just seen Godzilla a few
Oh, yeah.
nights ago. And now I'm ready for some giant kaiju battles. Just,
Right.
Yeah.
um,
The moment I heard about the giant Pokemon, I was like, this is pretty much Godzilla, isn't it?
yeah,
I get tired of gimmicks after
Zacian
a while
and
for sure.
Zamazenta.
yeah.
Zamazenta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They-
trying.
they're-
Did everyone?
You'll get there eventually.
Yeah, right?
You know what, Ben, you can suck my fat neck. Thank you very much.
I'm using the bathroom. I'll be back.
Okay, see you later.
How do you guys feel about the legendaries?
I think one looks awesome, I guess, and then the other looks fucking stupid.
The shield one looks stupid.
No, I think the shield one looks cooler than the sword one because the sword one is
Really?
literally just a wolf with a fucking sword in its mouth.
Yeah. Yeah.
The shield one is more at least it
The shield
integrates
one-
the shield thing into itself.
its main.
The other one is just literally holding a sword.
The other one's a fox holding a sword.
I
still-
think
still going with sword,
personally, I think it's a little bit underwhelming, but
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna get. I thought I was gonna get sword, but I think I'm definitely gonna get shield now because the legendary just looks cooler. They didn't reveal any sort of like types or anything. It just revealed their names and
I
what they look
might
like.
go with sword still. All
I
honesty.
think my problem is how similar they look to each other.
Yeah, they have like their color schemes are the same, but like inverted. But like it's hard to tell.
Yeah. This is the first time I think we've seen legendaries so close in appearance. I believe. Yeah.
Yeah.
The only
I
other
guess
possible
Dialga
one.
and Palkia.
No, because those are
No,
different.
those were way different.
The only one I can
got,
think
like-
of would be like the 5th generation Reshiram and Zekrom.
Yeah,
But,
but
like,
even
they
They
then,
look way different.
Yeah,
what are you
exa-
talking about?
Well, I'm talking about different
not
color
as
schemes.
different.
Different color schemes.
Not as different as Dialga and Palkia.
Yeah.
Even
Zekrom and Reshiram? The black and white one?
yeah.
They look nothing alike. The only thing that was similar
They
was
look
their
they
tails.
look more alike than Dialga and Palkia though.
Yeah.
Alright, I haven't seen a picture of Dialga and Palkia in like 10
Hold
years.
on,
So.
I'm gonna look them up on your phone because.
Oh
Okay,
my
great.
lord. But either way, no, I definitely think that
Alright.
I'm still probably gonna go with sword. Just for the fact that there's gotta be some potential. I
Alright, you're right.
What do you think?
oh my god.
I just said I haven't seen them in like 10 years. Shut up.
But yeah, no, I was definitely underwhelmed, and they just don't. I don't know. It feels like the legendaries haven't been like big and bad lately. They've just kind of been
yeah,
like
they
Dialga
they
and
haven't
Palkia
been
look
as
awesome.
right.
Badass.
Like you got Rayquaza, Groudon, Lugia, Ho-Oh. Like they are giant like gods. And
Yeah, these are
Now we
these
just
look,
got
these
some
look more like
doggos.
Like, these
Now
look
it's
more
just
like the mini legendaries in
Yeah.
the game.
yeah. Like something you'd see like Lucario or like
Or like
Zoroark.
those three weather guys.
yeah, like Entei,
Oh, yeah.
Raikou,
Right,
like
right.
the pseudo legend.
Yeah,
Well,
those guys.
yeah.
Remember when there were the cloud?
I think they're
Remember
still
when there was like the
legendaries.
cloud, like mini legendary?
Thunderous.
Yeah.
And,
That's what I was talking about. That's what I was talking about.
Oh, okay.
I haven't thought of those guys in forever.
Yeah.
I always thought those guys looked dumb too.
Yeah, they
Um,
were kind of stupid.
Yeah, but
I liked one of them. I forget which one though.
so yeah, I'm actually really excited about the more open world
Yeah,
aspect of the game.
Yep.
I mean, that's the only thing that disappointed me in the trailer was that
Yeah.
the legendaries. I just want more. I want bigger, better, like crazier legendaries.
Yeah, but you also gotta admit, like it's been out for so long, and they've already come out with so many different like types of Pokemon. Like it for the team, I gotta say that it might be hard for them to like kind of think of like new designs. While I would like them to like have more like the cooler and better designs, I don't think we're gonna be seeing them soonish.
I
Yeah.
feel like this isn't. I feel like there's more to these legendaries than meets the eye.
I hope
You know,
so.
maybe since they're introducing the mega thing, like
They'll
the,
get the
big-
kaijus.
Yeah,
Ooh,
maybe
they'll
maybe
get-
when they get big, they look different. They look a little cooler,
Yeah, that'd be
Um,
cool. I can see that.
and maybe like they'll have different. Maybe these aren't. I don't know. Maybe okay.
All right,
Okay.
can I say thing?
Okay.
Do you care if this is potential like leaks?
I don't care.
Okay. If you care and you're listening, stop listening.
Skip ahead like
Yeah.
3-5 minutes.
So I saw a thing on like Snapchat today that this guy had reported on some leaks a while ago. A lot of them matched up to the Pokemon Direct, and there was other stuff that was in that like report that is like kind of like basically like everything else was right, so this is probably right too.
Right.
There's a third legendary that's evil.
That sounds
Okay, all right, so that makes sense. That makes sense. You know why? I'll tell you why. This coffee's really kicking in. So, in the trailer, when we saw the,
I can't say the same.
when we saw the
Sadly.
the two legendaries.
2 sips.
Shut up. Don't look at my coffee, ass.
I'll look at what I want to look at in my eyes.
All right, finish the
Jesus
two legendaries.
Christ.
You
So
threw them off track.
So the two legendaries in the trailer, like they were initially fighting, but then
They like
it
turned.
seemed like they were kind of like on the same side because like
Yeah.
we saw like a shadow and like a wind
Yeah.
kind of kind of go.
So
and
they were
then they
working
kind of
at-
looked up and they looked like,
So they were working
They
as a
were-
collective against that.
yeah.
Against a
So-
possible third.
Right.
See,
rival.
I think that's a smart play for Pokemon. I think
Yeah.
that's something they haven't done yet.
I feel like the
Well,
third. Well, there's always
kind of with Rayquaza, right?
there's
Giratina.
always there's
And
been
kind
a
of
lot
with
of
Giratina,
And
but
Giratina, yeah,
then-
but not
Giratina
as
was like
much.
the devil.
there was
But,
also
like,
well there was all
it's
there's
more because it was trying to be used.
I think there were a lot of times there were actually a third legendary, like there was Z, I don't remember.
Zygarde, which they did
yeah,
nothing
there was Z, and then there
he
was
wasn't necessarily evil. He was just kind of there.
I
Yeah.
remember the whole lore behind him, but
He was.
I feel like
They've
they
never
just should've
been-
let that go.
they've never been the
Yeah.
third legendaries have never been like in the spotlight. So if this is the case, I'm kind of excited to see them actually make them important, and maybe it's something that connects the game, because you can like if you pre-order it or something, you can get both games in one package.
Yeah, I saw that.
I'm probably just gonna go with one though.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm gonna be sticking with one.
I hope
But-
the boys are ready to lose in some big ass
Some battles. I don't know.
Um,
We'll see.
Some supersized Pokemon.
So yeah, no.
Yeah, dude.
Hold on, I got the leaks pulled up here. It also talks about the potential final evolutions for
the
the
legendary?
starters.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
So let's see. Grookey's final evolution will be a giant gorilla that uses a wood drum to attack.
Interesting.
Sabl's evolution will be called Sisile, and then Inteleon, and will have a spy theme.
Ooh.
Scorbunny will have fighting moves, but is most likely pure fire. Its second evolution is Reboot, and its final evolution looks like humanoid fighter.
Interesting.
So
What are you guys?
Sable all the way.
Yeah, I like the espionage kind of.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I also like his design the best out of the three so far.
I definitely agree with that.
Yeah, are we all
I'm
going
on
to
down.
Sable?
If you bastards
maybe.
all go with Sable, I'm gonna kick some ass. One of you better pick Grookey at least.
Maybe.
I'll pass.
Yeah. But either way, so
That's actually really rare. I feel like everyone.
Yeah.
The best part about Sable, motherfuckers got scoop hands. Like they are not normal. They're just little scoops.
They're like Lego.
yes, yes, that's what they look like, dude. They're fucking little Lego. hands.
Pokemon confirmed.
all right. So moving on to what's probably going to be our final topic of the day. We're gonna have Ben talk about his wonderful topic.
All right. So if you didn't feel terrible about the world we're living in quite yet, let's get into it.
Oh,
Deep
boy.
fakes. So deep fakes is a new sort of emerging technology where you take a few photos of someone's face and a computer can transplant
I did
that
hear about
face
that. Oh my god, that's what you're
onto
talking
someone else's body.
about. Yikes.
Right now, it's like not too bad. You can look close enough and see that there are some glitches in the matrix, whatever.
Right.
It's not a perfect technology yet. The biggest problem we're facing right now is everyone's putting famous people's faces on porn stars and being like, "Look at the sex tape of fucking Ariana Grande."
Yeah.
Which all of the big porn companies have already cracked down on. I mean,
Mhm.
you can find it, but you're not going to find it on Pornhub or
Yeah, we
any
went
of
back
those.
into porn twice in
Yeah,
one
but-
podcast.
Yeah, I know. It's a real horny episode, huh?
Yeah.
Well, if you want to talk about another side, you
Oh,
could.
is that the new title? The horny one?
I disagree. I'd like to take a vote and say no to that.
I'll agree
No,
with
no,
that.
it's great for the clickbait.
Oh yeah.
Just what we
I'll just Photoshop in like a massive butt and like a red circle. of
All of us
arrows.
like,
Anyways, what I
No,
think,
we just did a very surprised face.
The pod-
collectively, but
what I
can't
think,
see.
what I think
going
the
wrong,
problem.
going
could be-
sexual.
I swear to God, you motherfuckers better
Okay.
listen to me.
Okay, talk.
If what I think is really going to become a problem is facial ID. What this is
yeah.
going to really hurt
Uh-huh.
that,
Yeah.
which was an up and coming police investigative
Yeah.
force. They used facial recognition and facial ID
Mhm.
against with backlash. With
Yeah.
backlash, people say that the facial recognition and facial ID for African Americans is terrible. Are you fucking listening?
I
you
got my
motherfucker?
elbow stuck in the chair.
Well,
I have to pull it out.
well, that's what you get for being skinny, you dumb bitch.
I looked over and I saw him like doing
Struggling.
the weirdest fucking. He was like arching his.
I was trying to like yank my elbow out. And it wasn't.
See,
The
Really
things
wish
you
it got
miss when
lost.
you don't have a video.
all right. The thing that I think is going to be the scariest thing to me is politics. The
Yeah.
smear campaigns that are ran already, and
Are
like
just
the
awful.
absolute zero research that people do.
Nowadays.
Yeah, it's like they can easily play a clip of like you can like fucking put Bernie Sanders' head on any old man's body that's saying whatever the fuck they want, and it's like
That's it. There
Bernie
you go.
did it, because no one's gonna look into it, you know.
Well, they've already tried fucking with videos. Do you remember
Yeah.
when Jim Acosta was in the press room? And you may not remember this, but either way, I remember this because I was watching the news. I saw it, and there was this woman Trump was leading it, and he was like, "All right, you need to stop talking or whatever, this, that, and the other." He was just asking a question.
Oh yeah,
And then they
and
clipped
they
it.
sped it up.
They sped it up.
Fucking sped that
And this
shit
video
up.
editor from like that's got 20 years of experience, and she's like, "I'm not dumb. I see this."
So everyone was trying to say that like he like grabbed this woman,
No,
like, hit
swiped her hand down.
Yeah, and he just like very gently like moved it.
Wait,
They
who was this?
Jim Acosta,
he was
CNN
he was
reporter.
a reporter
Okay.
trying to interview the president. The president wasn't answering questions. The lady was like, "Sir, you need to like stop whatever," and he was like trying to stop her. And they sped up the video to make it look like he was smacking the shit out of her.
Okay.
But like, but like, what I'm getting at is like,
And they
nobody
all backed
over-
it. Everyone backed
Yeah.
it. Everyone backed it in the White House. They were like, "That's the video," and I'm like, "No, it's not. You can visibly see it. It's obvious. It's obvious that her hand
Yeah,
was like
and
this.
there
It
were
was
multiple
spliced.
versions of it floating around you could find.
Oh yeah.
But like, nobody over the age of like fucking 60 is gonna be doing that sort of research. They're gonna scroll through Facebook, see some stupid
They're gonna
clip,
see it. They're gonna say, "Oh, that's terrible."
and it's easy technology if you have the program. From my general understanding of it,
Oh,
is
yeah.
you grab a few photos, you throw them into your little generator, you click the video that you want, and you put that face on it.
With a few editing
Sound
skills.
is a different thing. I'm not sure how they
I don't know.
handle
Sound
it.
is actually kind of easier.
You think so?
Probably, yeah.
You can play it.
Our,
Because you can create your own.
our
sound.
military IT guy is talking.
Okay,
Look,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Hey! The military pays
Alright,
him
yes.
to do this.
Yes, sir.
Salute him.
Everyone
Oh, by the
salute.
way-
Gamers rise up.
Anyways, but on
Gamers
a
rise
different
up.
note, it's past the day, but yesterday was the 75th anniversary of D-Day,
Yeah.
Oh wow.
and there was a 97-year-old paratrooper that jumped out. Was he
Oh,
jumped
that's right,
again?
I saw that.
That was
Wow.
very
That's
awesome.
cool.
He's very active and he's very happy.
Good.
I've been on the beaches of Normandy. It's very beautiful, very exciting. Very cool.
I wish I could.
But anyways, go. Your
But
turn.
either way, so the thing with editing, honestly, the video you can have an audio clip
Yeah.
of whatever is being said, and you could edit the facial software to where the person is saying what it is. All you need
Yeah.
to do is just edit the mouth movements,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is not like it's difficult. But again, if you know what you're doing and you are an experienced video editor, you can easily do that if you have the facial recognition.
Yeah, if you were like a Hollywood movie editor,
Yeah.
if you had the access to the specific tools, I'm sure you could do it.
Yeah.
I
I don't know.
Have you guys
saw
seen-
Superman in Justice League? His mouth was.
Well, yeah, but they just used CGI. They didn't use any.
That's the difference.
as far as I'm any like deepfake. As far as I'm aware, would say
CGI
probably
is
should've.
another story.
But so
You can have horrible CGI if you really want to.
so how are you guys doing? I lost my train of thought again.
Well, what's scary here is just how crazy technology is getting, and it's like it's concerning because there's so much of like we're doing this, but there's not as much of should we be doing this. I think.
Yeah, there's a
Um,
lot of
mhm.
there's
Yeah.
a lot of gray areas we're entering and places
Yeah.
that we maybe shouldn't go with AI and with whatever.
Yeah.
I was reading something.
AI
I
is
was
scary,
reading
dude.
something
But
last week.
also, like, here's the thing. It's really fucking cool.
Yeah.
So,
But is it good for
Oh, yeah.
humanity?
Bierman never talks. Let Bierman talk.
No, because I was reading something last week. I was reading something last week where they were actually setting up an actual weather machine where they could literally control the weather. They made it rain in, I believe it was either some part in South America or in Africa. I don't know the exact location, but
we are one step closer to cloudy with a chance of meatballs.
Now I don't know about food, but
That's-
definitely
the weather's the
No,
first
well, that-
step.
all right. Well,
Weather's
you
the
guys,
first step.
you guys have said that we are living in a dim and dark world, but now that you bring that, up, I think technology. Let's fucking go for it, man. Let's
Well,
have
did
the
you see
ball
I
Robert
don't
Downey
know. That
Jr.
ended badly,
But-
dude.
no,
Whoa,
because
stop the
it
clock.
also could be a bad thing as well. Like if there's a single miscalculation when it comes to a weather machine like that,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
you could cause drastic, like
And
devastating
just the
effects.
the implications of like manipulating our Earth so much and like
Which we've already done too much.
Matt,
Yeah,
the next step is
like,
just militarizing.
what
it.
what are we gonna throw off by just like fucking with the weather randomly?
There's so much
We need to
at
get on Mars
risk
so we can
right
fuck
now.
that place up.
Yeah.
You guys got to see the new Godzilla movie. This guy got it right. Godzilla just wakes up and he's like, "Fuck you guys! I'm gonna set the world back to how it should be."
If only we had Godzilla.
Well,
Anyway,
we need a Godzilla.
I really
What-
need to see that
Pokemon's
movie.
getting us there.
what
Thank
really
you,
is
thank
the
you,
problem? Did you
Full
see?
circle, baby.
Did you see that Robert Downey Jr. is committing a lot of money and a lot of time
Yeah.
to nanotechnology?
Oh yeah,
And nanorobotics.
Yeah, man.
He can say he claims allegedly that if with the right technology and right mobilization globally, kind of like the effort in World War II, going back to that whole D-Day, that global mobilization.
Yeah.
You know, you can clean up drastically the Earth
It's
in
nanotech,
10 years.
You like it?
Yeah, no, seriously. But,
Yeah.
but you know they tried. Do you remember that system that they had where they had that it was like that grabber that they had in the ocean in the Pacific, and it just
Oh.
broke. They said it was going to be like rolling through that what they call the trash ocean,
yeah.
trash part, and it just broke. It was like a multi-million-dollar.
Fantastic.
Well, I mean that's
You
just
hate
the,
to
that's,
see it.
that's just the part of that's just the way the game goes. You know, you have
Yeah,
to try
Live
something,
to see
otherwise.
yourself
Yeah,
become the
right.
hero or die.
But you know,
Become the villain. I got that quote wrong.
The broken part is just floating through the ocean
but
now.
if we really want to talk about it,
You become the thing you were supposed to destroy.
I swear to God, I'm gonna fucking kill you both.
I mean,
You
were the chosen one.
All right.
Alright, I'm sorry, Peter.
I'm talking about the fucking planet that's dying at the moment, but you know it's okay.
Captain Planet.
Anyway.
But I mean, we're in the point where it's irreversible. You know?
Yeah.
If we want to talk about another topic, you know,
But-
I'm very passionate about this, and I'm very serious about it. And I think I've thought of technology. I mean, I don't have an engineering degree, and I'm not going into engineering, but you know, I've thought of things. You know, what if we, for alternative energy, you know, we have hydrothermal vents at the bottom of the ocean and different places and hot
Yeah.
zones. You know, what if we use collectors? You've got hydroelectric power. You know, you harness power from dams like the Hoover Dam, things like that. You know,
Oh yeah.
but you know, but heat energy is so much
Yeah.
more powerful, and it's nonstop. It's
You
from the
know
Earth's
what the
core.
sad
The
thing
other-
is, though? The sad thing is, alternative energy, like, it's great, but companies a lot of times won't see it as profitable. When they
It
have
isn't profitable.
When they have something that's already working, the sad thing is they aren't going to change it because of the
And
money.
the other problem is we probably have plenty of these great ideas, these things that we'd love to try, but they're not getting funded because we have a president who doesn't believe in climate change.
Pulled us right out of the Paris climate agreement. Every single country that's formed and is organized is on that plan, and we are the only fucking idiots out of
Didn't
it.
you tweet at one point, like years ago, that he said climate change was just made up by Chinese conspiracists?
He said so many fucking things. I don't know. If you can't tell yet, I do not like him, and I don't agree with any of his values.
Well-
and I don't agree with him.
Well, to sum up everything, because we are actually running out of time
We're
here.
getting political and
Jacob's out of here.
Well,
But
Either
seriously,
way.
the Earth is dying, and you know, if we don't do something if we don't reverse what we're doing in the next 10 years, we won't
Oh,
live
yeah.
past 2060.
Go out
seriously.
and plant a tree,
Yeah.
dude.
Not even that. Seriously,
No, but like seriously.
that's part of it. No, seriously, but that's part of it. But the other thing is, you have to make these small steps. You have to. We don't need everyone doing it perfectly.
Right.
We need everyone doing it badly. You know, we need to have. No, we have. That's we need everyone trying.
Yeah.
We can't have everyone being perfect because no one's gonna be perfect
Right,
zero
but
waste.
don't tell them to fuck it up.
Well, no, that's not what I meant.
Don't purposely fuck it up, Duncan.
What I mean is that we need
If you're
every
gonna try, if you do it badly, that's alright because you're at least trying.
Right.
we need
but-
everybody trying something.
All right. Well,
Ben, go home. Go to bed.
All right, let's move
Ben,
on.
hold on, wait, Ben, where have you been the past 2 days?
I've been in Hershey Park.
And how much sleep have you gotten?
I think I've gotten about 10 hours of sleep in the past
Yeah, we'll join the
2-3
fucking
days.
club.
Nice.
So
well, either way, thank you guys for tuning in. I guess a basic summary is corn has been mentioned many times. The earth is dying, and
And happy
people
Pride Month.
suck.
happy Pride Month.
Monetize the gays. You know?
Well,
Monetize them.
Other
Monetize
than-
the gays, Peter 2019.
Well, other
That's
than
not. Mm-mm. I do not stand
You
by
said
that.
it.
That's
we
good. No, that's the
recorded it.
title. That's the title of the episode.
that.
Sorry.
There we go. All right. Well,
That's the gays.
Thank you for
guys.
listening.
Yep.
Thank
Thank
you
you guys for listening.
Actually, I'm so sorry if you listened to the whole thing. I'm sorry.
Yeah, if
Hey,
you
if
made
you-
it, good job. Well done.
Yeah, if you
Anyways,
made it all the way here.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
thank you for listening.
Just blew you a kiss.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching.
Really,
And
just blew the
oh
kiss.
my god.
No one could hear you blow the kiss, Ben. Why don't you just describe everything you
just
do?
end the fucking recording.
So stupid, Ben.
All right, guys. We'll see you next week for the next episode.
Bye.